I'm here with assistant men's basketball coach Carlos Wilson here at Arkansas State University. Alongside, I'm also here with Kyle Drake, newly hired director of basketball operations. So, first, with you, Coach Wilson, how would you evaluate this past basketball season here at Arkansas State?
Well, unfortunately, basketball, um, the success and fate depended on wins and losses. So we didn't win enough games. So I definitely think we fell short of expectations as far as that's concerned. But on the bright side, I think that seeing a group of guys, band together, fight through adversity, experience some success. I think that was something positive that we could take away from the season and use it as for momentum going into the next year.
So, with that, how do you think the next year will pan out? I know that we have everyone coming back on the basketball team, and all the coaches and the staff are coming back. So, how do you plan on having the same team next year that you had this year, and what can be different to have better success?
I think chemistry and continuity is very important in sports. You know what I'm saying? Having the group of guys who are familiar with each other, coaches who are familiar with each other and the system.
How has your role changed from being a student manager to the director of basketball operations for Arkansas State men's basketball?
I have had a lot more responsibility and just different activities that I've had to take on my shoulders and projects that I've had to do that I had a little bit of part in whenever I was a student manager, and now I'm the one in charge of it. So that's the responsibility aspect has changed a lot, um, and just being more mature and grown in my decisions and decisions that affect these players and what they do.
Sweet. So, what challenges did you face at the beginning of the season that you weren't aware of whenever you came into the job, such as travel and things like that?
Well, for travel, the non-conference season was kind of hard for me because I've never gone to the places such as Toledo, Ohio, and Purdue. I've never been to those places, so trying to find hotels that fit Coach Brady's needs was a bit difficult because in conference season we pretty much stay at the same places, so that was easier than non-conference. Also, just having to juggle one trip to the next, because if we would play on the road on a Wednesday and then turn around and play on the road on Saturday or Monday, that's a quick turnaround. So I have to be kind of 3 games ahead of what our schedule really is. So thinking more of I'm thinking 2 or 3 games ahead of what we're really on, just so I can be prepared and ready for any obstacles or problems that arise.
So, what would a day, a typical one day from the time you get to the office to the time practice is over? What would that day look like from the moment you get in till practice?
Well, first thing I do is check my emails, and I'm looking at my emails at all times in the office, on the phone, either calling players, calling hotels, calling bus companies, emailing bus companies and hotels, and then any kind of there could be small projects that Coach Brady needs done for me, such as make sure he wants to watch some film. It might be a single game, or he might want me to get different clips of a certain team or of our players. So I have to get that done by usually 2 or 2:30. Make sure the players are on time. During practice, I'll run the shot clock and the scoreboard, and then also help the manager with whenever he needs help with collecting basketballs or getting in drills, helping the coaches, and then after practice, I come back to the office and will need to and check my emails and phone calls again because I always receive some whenever we're in practice and I can't pick them up. So I got to make sure that's all good. And I check emails until I go to bed at night. Really.
All right. Thanks, Coach Drake.